This is called Zombie Gangbang, and it's a completely true story. Do I have reverb? Can you hear me, or is this a little echoey? It's good, okay. My dear friend Beth is a very good girl with a very dirty mind. Due to an unusually strict Orthodox Christian upbringing as a child, she struggles to come to terms with the nasty things she finds herself craving on a regular basis. She loves unleashing her inner freak, but the day after, she is always haunted by the notion that she will burn in eternal hellfire and damnation for her actions of the night before. Which is why she came up with the concept of a zombie gangbang. I have always wanted to do a gangbang, but only really nasty girls do something like that. So it occurred to me, if everyone was dressed up as zombies while they were raping me, it wouldn't really count. Because it would be zombies, see? It was hard to argue with logic like that. If my good friend needed me to dress up as a zombie in order to have hot, rapey group sex with her, I was ready and willing. After all, what are good friends for if not sweaty zombie sex? She picked 6 of her closest friends, Steve and Rebecca, Heather and Daniel, and John and I. Getting raped is significantly more fun if you get to pick your rapers. You know you get hugs afterwards for one, and they will get you a glass of water if your throat gets all parched from screaming and begging for mercy. This wasn't just any old zombie gangbang, this shit was organized. I spent over a week looking for just the right outfit to properly convey back from the dead and rotting, but still sexy enough to rock your world. With some shredding in the right places so that I had a nipple perking out saying hello, and the addition of bloody handprints on my ass and trailing down my legs, I looked like a zombie ready for some serious sexy time. We ended up getting a professional makeup artist to airbrush our faces to just the right shade of corpse green. You heard me, a professional makeup artist. When my friend asked me to dress up as a zombie and rape her, I aimed to please. The makeup artist tore apart a rubber glove and used Elmer's glue to glue it to my face. When the makeup was airbrushed over the torn glove, I have to admit that the impression of rotting flesh about to drop off was pretty spot on. When the 6 of us were all together in our tattered and bloody garments and green decaying flesh, we made a fairly intimidating looking bunch. Strap-ons for the 3 girl zombies completed the look. Just because I wasn't born with a penis doesn't mean I can't rape the heck out of someone. The venue we chose as the site for the vicious takedown actually came with a medical room. It was perfect, as zombies often seem to lurk around medical offices and labs. Things gone horribly wrong in test tubes and all that business. A cardboard door had been constructed with bloody handprints trailing down it, and a metal sign that read, "Medical Office." Bright yellow caution tape across the door completed the look. Our victim was rounded up and deposited quivering in the medical room, and then the door and caution tape were duct taped into place. The 6 of us gathered outside, growling and moaning softly for brains, while scratching hopefully at the door with eager zombie fingers. The moment built, and I could feel my adrenaline surging. I caught the eye of Steve. It was time. He nodded, and then we charged as one. The door held for a moment, and then crumpled under our fierce assault. We poured through the doorway and saw nothing. Our zombie bait was missing. The room was tiny, around 6 foot by 10, and contained nothing but a medical table. Where had she gone? Had we somehow managed to seal up the door without Beth actually being inside? The growls died in our throat as we shuffled around the tiny room looking for someone to rape. I peeked under the fallen cardboard door hopefully, but she wasn't there either. It was Heather who located our victim curled up in a tight ball behind the medical table. I was amazed at how compact she'd managed to get herself. She was rolled up tighter than an armadillo. We pounced. 12 green hands grabbed her and pulled her shrieking out from her hiding place. She didn't remain clothed for long. The green hands ripped and shredded. The pants and underwear were the easiest as they tugged right down. The shirt put up a little bit more resistance, as Beth wasn't exactly cooperating. But even the toughest fabric can't hold up to that many hands. Her clothing ended up puddled in torn strips at her feet. Once she was stripped down to her chewable flesh, she was picked up and swung onto the exam table. 6 mouths opened simultaneously for the kill. We started chewing on her, leaving fat red bite marks that welted up across her pale flesh. Being bitten hurts a lot. Her shrieks of pain echoed off the walls of the medical room. Between her screams and the throaty moans of brains, it was deafening. And then the raping began. Or rather, to be perfectly honest, it didn't. The boy zombies didn't seem to be making much movement to getting out their rotting zombie cock. And gangbangs kind of need penis to really count as a gangbang. I chewed and pawed our shrieking zombie bait, trying to cast suggestive and encouraging glances at the boy zombies' crotches. When no penis was forthcoming, I began to realize the boy zombies were suffering from a nasty case of stage fright. While I understand that 6 people dressed in bloody rags shoved into a tiny medical room with a naked screaming girl might not be the sexiest situation, non-functioning cock made the gang rape not much of a rape. Luckily, we girl zombies were packing strap-ons, and strap-ons never suffer from stage fright or need Viagra. Someone was going to have to get this rape rolling, and I figured I was just the zombie for the job. Rough, growling hands held Beth down, and when I saw some pussy, I thrust my cock in its general direction. Beth's moans as her eyes rolled in the back of her skull let me know I had hit the spot. I was pumping away energetically, really trying to give her the old what for, but with that much squirming and thrashing and that many limbs in the mix, it was hard to keep on top of our victim. I couldn't help but wonder if real gang rapes were this difficult to pull off. I kept worrying I was going to get clipped in the head or poked in the eye from one of the many hands and arms flailing. Not only is it difficult to keep cock in a hole that won't hold still, but rape is some seriously hard work. I felt like I was at the gym going all out. A sweaty, bloody, screaming gym, mind you. My gym never had exercise machines like Beth. Heather and Rebecca joined me in the poking of strap-ons in various holes, as it became evident the boy zombies were having serious penis problems. A DP was attempted and failed, as I began to realize just how much cooperation most sex acts entail. Rebecca, Heather, and I raped and raped and raped. A half-mast blowjob was attempted. Fingers pinched and poked. Gradually, we started to slow down. The real cock was still pretty much offline, and we were all beyond winded. I hadn't realized how much stamina a hardcore gang rape demanded, and my throat was becoming sore from all the low, menacing zombie growls. We all seemed to look up at the same moment, take in the broken down cardboard door, bloody, loot-covered walls, and our bedraggled zombie selves, and burst out laughing at the absolute ridiculousness of the situation. Our rape quickly dissolved into a group cuddle hug as Beth got the strokes and snuggling she so richly earned. I lay deep in the sweaty flesh pile, surrounded by the heaving, lube-covered flesh of some of my closest friends, and deeply satisfied with my life. And then I got up quickly, because I badly needed a shout.